Hi, I'm Jim with Pour the Juice, and in this video, I'm probably going to make some people very angry because this is going to be my top 5 overrated brands and or bottles. Um, I did a video, my top 5 favorite distilleries, brands, and I said, bottles are too specific. Well, in this video, I'm getting specific. There's going to be bottles on here because they tend to belong to distilleries that I don't think are bad. But I do think these specific bottles are overrated. Yeah, quite overrated. Now, that doesn't mean I dislike all the whiskey that's in here. It's not bad whiskey outside of maybe one of these. I do think all the juice here is, tasty, just not worth the price that's even MSRP a lot of the time. You'll see what I mean. I'll get into it. Ooh, that should be number 1. What am I doing? Nah, I'll make a splash with number 1. All right. Number 5 is going to be Caribou Crossing. I mentioned that these whiskeys are all tasty. This is probably the exception. This is going to be one of the only bottles that I own that isn't tasty. This, to me, tastes like a bottom shelfer. Keep in mind, this is a single barrel. So it's quite possible that the barrel that I got is a bad one. I haven't tried any other Caribou Crossing because I don't feel like spending the money on it. If you're searching for one of these, you can find them anywhere from the SRP of $40 all the way up to 150 in some places in the secondary market. I purchased this one for 120. If you could tell, I'm a little emotional about it. I really regret that purchase. It's the biggest whiskey regret that I have, is purchasing this for $120. And mostly because it's just very basic. My bottle is super bitter. I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm just not a fan. I'm not going to say where, no, I'm not going to say where I got it from. But yeah, just not a big fan. And I think it's extremely overrated, even at SRP. At $45, $50, whatever the suggested retail price is today, I think that is too much for this bottle. If somebody wanted to offer me one for $20, I'd take it. 40, I've walked away from. So, yeah, number 5 for me. Probably should be number 1, but we'll keep going. Number 4 is going to be about a brand. Not this bottle specifically, as opposed to my number 5. This is going to be about Jefferson's. And again, it's not bad whiskey. I enjoy Jefferson's. I really enjoy Jefferson's Tropics. I think it's good. But $100, you should get more than good. And that's my biggest issue with Jefferson's, is they have a lot of gimmicks. And because of those gimmicks, they are charging high dollar for whiskey that should be about half the price. This should be $60, in my opinion. But that's just me. Maybe you disagree with me. And if you do disagree, let me know in the comments. But yeah, this is my number 4, Jefferson's, mostly because of Ocean. I haven't tried the cask strength. Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe that's why it's only number 4 and not higher. But yeah, let's move on to number 3. I'm gonna go with another brand, another distillery. This bottle is going to represent Whistle Pig. And it's, for the same reason as Jefferson's. This isn't bad whiskey. I would drink this. If somebody gave this to me, offered this to me, even, it's only 6 year, I would drink this. No problem. I would enjoy it. And this bottle itself isn't the reason why I'm kind of upset at this. It's for their higher age statement whiskeys, which are all astronomically priced. I believe they're 12 years, around over $150. And to me, that's just ridiculous. And they're not worth it to me. Again, my opinion. Yeah, I just think they're incredibly overpriced, and I don't really understand why they have such a big following. Maybe it's me. It's quite possible it's me. Um, yeah, that's my opinion on Whistle Pig, which is number 3. Number 2, also going to get people upset. I think all these are going to get people upset. Smoke Wagon is number 2. This is for all their products as well, and you know, a lot of it's the same reasons as the previous 2. I just believe that, you know, they're sourcing whiskey from a distillery and they're charging a higher price than what that whiskey should be sold at, in my opinion. I think I paid 75 or 80 bucks for this bottle, and it's okay. It's cast strength, but it's just okay. I honestly think this should be a $50 bottle for what it is. And it's not just this one. You know, I own a private selection from Smoke Wagon, and that's kind of the same thing. I think that was 100 or 120, and it's good. I don't know. I just think they're a little bit overpriced. Maybe it shouldn't be the number 2 spot. Maybe it should be a number 5. It's in my top 5 though. Yeah. Number 2, Smoke Wagon. Yeah. Time for number 1. I think some people will agree with me. I think a lot of people won't. Some people may be angry, but it's Blanton's. I like Blanton's. I've said on this channel before how much I love Buffalo Trace. Big fan of Sazerac. Love everything from Buffalo Trace. But I've also said how I think Blanton's is overrated. And I'm going to continue that with making them my number 1 pick for most overrated whiskey that I own. Yeah, it's tough. I thought Blanton's was overrated before they upped the price. I think SRP previous to that was $65 for this bottle. And you know, it's 93 proof. No age statement on it. I'm guessing 6 years old. 4 to 6, somewhere in there. And to me, that's just not worth it for me. You know, maybe I hear stories about, you know, back when Blanton's was made in the 2000s, that it was, you know, some of the greatest whiskey out there, and you get honey barrels and all stuff. I've had a lot of Blantons. I own a lot of bottles of Blantons. They're all pretty much the same to me. Now, this is a pick, and it's just okay. It's not worth the $65 that the SRP was. It's certainly not worth the $79.99 that SRP is now for Blanton's. Again, in my opinion, I just feel like everything else outside of Caribou Crossing from Buffalo Trace is a phenomenal deal. And I feel like this is working off of the original single barrel gimmick that it originally came on the market with. And maybe that's just the reason why it's the price that it is. I don't know. But it's very overpriced in my opinion. And for me, number 1 on my list of most overrated whiskeys that I own. This is a little bit of a downer video. Got a little bit angry. I apologize. Next one won't be. Yeah, if you enjoyed, please like, please subscribe. Cheers.